we had a very big issue. The centre mid position was vacant and we needed somebody to fill it. And so it has now been filled by Reijnders. And today we're going to be finding out if this card is worth it or not to get you more wins, and if it's wondrous, mid, or doo-doo. And by the end of this video, I'll be letting you know the best ways to use this card to help perform the best for you if you do decide to buy it. But why should you listen to me? Well, I consistently get into the rank 2 and rank 3 range of FUT champion. I'm also an elite division player, so I believe I can use my ability to help guide you to use the best card to help get you more wins in FC25. But before moving further with the important information, if you need FUT coins to afford expensive type of cards in FC25, be sure to use code TV3 on U7 Buy for 6% off. Link in bio or link in the description for cheap and safe coins. So first, for a midfielder, you want them to also have some good defensive capabilities and a decent amount of pace and some good dribbling along with passing. But I believe the most important thing for a midfielder in this game to help you is that dribbling ability and passing, which something I'm about to tell you about this card can be a very big game changer for you. But I'll get to that later. First, let's just talk about the pace. Now, his pace in this game, I can describe it like this. For a midfielder, he's almost running like prime Mbappe. But then you have Van Dijk holding onto him from behind, slowing him down like a mofo. But he's still pretty fast for a midfielder. So I'm gonna say his pace is actually pretty solid in the midfield position. He can help you with some sort of attacks, getting in behind sometimes. But the shooting and clinicality ability is also something that Reijnders doesn't take away from you in the midfield. Because if you get in the right position and you green time, I believe it's perfect. A perfect green time shot, there's a good chance it will go into the back of the net like no other. If you hit the Trivelas outside of the box, let me tell you something, he ain't missing for you. He will get that into the back of the net because we know Trivelas is broken in this broken video game. Now, can he hit him with a finesse like Messi? Not really. He doesn't have the play style, so don't really think about it. But he does have power shot, regular degular. So if you have your opponent lacking, and by the way, before I say more, I'm going to be giving you information based off of the player stats as well. So make sure you pay attention to that because I might be saying some crucial information that will help you while using this card. So if you're using him in the midfield and your opponent is lacking, tap that ball up and use the power shot and he will blast that into the back of the net like an absolute madman would. You get me? Now we'll get to the dribbling in just a sec because that's very important for a midfielder for sure. Because if you want to be able to do a little bit of that twist and turn and your opponent's just taking the ball easily, it will be very dangerous as this game's counter attack is some BS. So before we say that, let's talk about the defensive capabilities. Now, defense is not his super strong suit, but does he have the ability to actually get some good tackles off? I ain't gonna lie. Let me tell you something about defense in this game. It is broken. Every defender is prime Antonio Rudiger, prime Van Dijk, prime Maldini. Everybody can defend like a crazy lunatic. The game is broken. So don't even think too much about Reijnders' defense. If he gets near the ball and he tackles it, it might be ping pong FC, but at the same time, he can still win the ball. Now, what about his physicalities? Is he a puss in boots? Can he get bodied off the pilota quite easily? I ain't gonna lie. While I was using him, I didn't notice any bit of puss in boots nature. He was moving, he was taking steps. The midfielders tried to body him off the ball. He held his own. He ain't really a puss in boots. Can he win in the air? Sometimes he can. I ain't gonna lie to you. And he has great stamina. I'm not gonna lie. He has 94 stamina, and I felt like the whole game he was sustaining his ability. He wasn't dropping off, which is very nice about Reijnders, even though he doesn't have the relentless Energizer Bunny playstyle. Well, let's get back over to the passing ability, which is very important for a midfield. Now, with his passing, is he moving like Kevin De Bruyne? Is he moving like it's Messi? Now, look at here. I got a nice phrase to say for you. Tiki-taka Barcelona. Look at here. If you do 1-2s with this guy, I swear, it's a beauty because this guy has Tiki-taka Barcelona, Tiki-taka plus. So when you ping pass with him, 1-2s, insta passes, they are accurate like no other. So if you like to play fast, since he has Tiki-taka plus, he will not be making errors. And we all know passing in this game is the scum of the earth. Straight up doo-doo. But for him, since he has a playstyle, it comes off nice. He also has ping pass and incisive. So his passing ability in the midfield can give you so many attacking opportunities. You get me? So if you have a pacey attacker, send in a driven pass into him, it can give you a chance. Over the tops, he'll still do well with that as well because his passing is 87 and he has the right playstyles to really help. But now the dribbling ability. Now this is a mixture between the dribbling and passing because you need to be able to dribble to give yourself the opportunity to make those wonderful passes, right? Well, with Reijnders, his dribbling ability is like Messi, but drop it down like 7 points. Obviously, he can't be like Messi, but it's actually surprising, if I may say, because he's kind of tall, like a biggity level. 6'1", 6'2" is where you really become the biggity and can't really do a little bit of that twist and turn. But he has the technical play style, and he was surprisingly turning pretty well because his balance and agile is not that bad. So I'm gonna say with this card, if you can twist and turn with him responsibly, which I think he can, then you can send him great passes with this guy. His dribbling ability was actually pretty solid. Reijnders is quite a surprising card. But the real question is, all the stuff I've said, it doesn't mean he's a wondrous card. He could also be mid and doo-doo. But for when I played with this card, Reijnders, and the way he performed for me, I believe that Reijnders is wondrous. He's a wondrous card because this card is coming in at around 200 to 300k, that range. Because of his league, he's pretty low. Any other league that's top tier, he would be so much more expensive. So he's actually a pretty good gem to pick up. He will outperform what you think he can do. But you know, someone else could possibly outperform what you think he can do, this card right here, find out if this card is wondrous, mid, or dude. Adios.